Well, welcome to D Scraps, E Scraps. I'm just waiting for the other phone to catch up. I'm going to do today's video using data. Hopefully we have better luck than we've had the past couple of videos. I really have got to change internet providers. Really a problem. And I'm just waiting for the other camera to catch up, guys. It looks like we are in loop. Alright. So welcome back to D Scraps, E Scraps. I am your hostess with the mostest. Good old Scrappy D. It's been a busy morning. The weather is supposed to be absolutely dismal the next couple of days with a capital D. My understanding is it's supposed to hail and sleet and storm and pour. I'm in Connecticut and I understand the storm is working its way up from the south. I've just gotten home. I was out and about all morning. Got up, I went to the transfer station at 8 o'clock. I got rid of all the laptop rubbish. I got rid of the batteries. I hate those batteries. And then I made about an hour's drive up to Uncasville to meet with a new IT guy. I really like him. I do hope that we will do a little bit of business together. I picked up a couple of servers from him. To me, that's an investment. Go out to meet the guy, talk to the guy. And, see if I think he may be another good source of e-scrap for us. There we go. I knew this thing went higher than that. Alright. So, I'm hoping to do a little bit of a quote-unquote scrapathon. Right now it is 4 o'clock. I've got to make sure I cut the video at 5 o'clock because, after an hour, it won't let you upload the video. And, yeah. Still having trouble here. I tell you, I'm just so not a technical person. Alright, there we go. Now, it's going to be a little bit tricky for me to keep this, comments going because of the size of the servers. So let's get rid of these things. These are pretty open, easy to open. They do not work. They've been decommissioned. The hard drive stayed with the gentleman I bought them from. This is a Dell R710. It doesn't work because it's missing parts. It's missing power supplies. It's missing drive caddies, and the unit itself is not working very well. So he scrapped this one. Again, I went out and I bought 5 servers from him. 2 of these. And a couple that are in the back over there, including a couple that I've never scrapped before, either for you or for myself. These I think we've done a few of, but, it's a yuckadoodle dandy day out there, so why not? Alright, so when I do a server, after I open it up and go, Yahoo! When I find RAM inside, that's always a big Yahoo, because RAM's paying very well. I usually get the fans out of the way first. And do me a favor, guys, let me know if the feed is okay. Like I said, I had to go with data. I have a horrible time with my Wi-Fi, and they heard all about it yesterday, believe me. Because not only is it you guys and my 2 channels, I do online music lessons, and that's part of my business. So there is no resale, guys, in this caddy. You're going to need to get this out because you're going to need room to work on this board. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel, new friends and old. I really do want to thank all of you for the tremendous amount of support you guys have been giving me. I am just absolutely blown away by it all. All right, well, so now I've created some room here, because when I free this up, I've got to be able to push the board. That way, if those fans are in my way, I'm not going to be able to get the board out. I love when they come out in a nice big caddy like that. Again, sadly, no resale. I have tried, believe me. Nobody wants old technology. That's the problem. These aren't really that old. These look like Xeon processors. I'll know when I take them off. You know, it's what, maybe 10 years old? Not even, I don't think. Well, anyway. The more valuable boards, if you're into, you know, like gold refining and gold recovery and stuff, the value boards are anything pre-2000. After 2000, you get a lot more plastic and a lot less copper and gold recovery. So really, the older computers are much better for gold and silver mining. I am up to a couple of things, which I will share with you as we go through the video. Hi, everybody. Hi, Scrappy. Happy Poppy. How are you? Thank you for the gift. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mike. Boy, look at all you gifters. You guys are so awesome. You know, like anybody who does this, I hope to make some money off it. You know, I still depend on my rental business. How's the feed, by the way? Is it coming in okay? Looks like it is. Awesome. All right, anyway. Been on the road all day, guys. Driving in Connecticut isn't fun on a good day, much less a day like today where we're about to get monsooned. All right, get the wire out. Get the wire out. So things you're going to go after here, you're going to go after backplane boards, which are back here, the RAM, CPUs, and looks like it may have a gold finger card or two over here. All right, I got my fans out, so I've given myself some room to maneuver. And I'm going to get the risers out. Dells are really amazingly easy to, well, not amazingly easy, but one of the easier service. You took all my memories. The heck. I'm going to get this riser out. Dell has lots of push here, pull here, poke here, prod here, and it really makes it usually, keyword, usually, easier to get these things apart. So this I will sell as a backplane board. A lot of people say, why don't you put it in gold fingers? Well, it's not a gold finger card, it's a backplane board. The reason it's a backplane board is this plugs into something. This gold bearing material plugs into something that looks like this, into gold bearing material. A lot of gold flashing on it. This is an older model. Sometimes they say, yeah, copyright 2008. Actually, 2005. I was pretty close when they said 10 years, huh? Get the other riser card out. I really highly suggest safety glasses and gloves. E-scrap is very sharp, and I actually have safety glasses on order that will have my prescription in it, because I really can't see without glasses. Can't see with glasses either, ask anybody who knows me. Alright. So I pulled that up, pulled that out. Come on. There you go. Oh, come on. Don't be persnickety. There we go. So this is, yeah, this will be a gold finger card, because this is gonna, these gold fingers fit into this, like so. But this is a backplane board. Has a category unto itself. You know, clean off the bracket, clean off the garbage. Backplane boards actually are priced pretty well, guys. So is RAM. How's the feed? Where do you get your servers? Usually, it took me a while, TaylorMade Alderman. It took me a while to get to the point that I'm even at right now, and it was from some of it, yes, I had to bought to get started, but once I met the IT people and they got to know me and I offered my services to come and help them do cleanouts and stuff in exchange for outdated technology, I was able to start getting a lot more product. That's worked really well for me. You have to, you really got to, you got to bang on doors. The other thing that really helps me is I'm in the school districts already because I do have a band instrument rental service. They know me. I'm already an approved vendor, and they've been really good about materials. Now, this is actually a piece of brass, and this is a piece of brass, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get these off. I think I'm going to have to pry them. Remember, when you pry things, pry them away from you. So I've got to clean that off. I actually will take off the bracket, I'll take off the heat sink, and sell it as a gold finger. No heat sink, no bracket. Yeah, you got to write to people. The other thing, TaylorMade Alderman, is you have to establish some credibility. You have to know people. I have the other half of this business. I go out and I do the collecting and I do a lot of the tear down, I do a lot of the recycling on my own. But anything I sell, like hard drive boards or anything like that, I sell to a certified R2 recycler. That means he has to destroy them. Anything that comes in, he has to shred. He has a license that says he has to do that. So I make sure that anything I don't recycle or destroy, I sell to somebody who will. I don't resell hard drives. I take them apart and I destroy them. The brand that I sell to a person who shreds it. He is an R2 recycler. I know, it sounds like Star Wars, R2-D2, right? You have to get a special license for that. So, with all the concerns about data recovery, it was not easy. Hi, Ronald. I wasn't sure if anyone would be around Saturday afternoon. This is a nice clean heat sink. This could be stainless on the bottom. I gotta check it. I think stainless sparks and aluminum doesn't. But that can, if this is aluminum, which it might be, it's kind of heavy. Also, sometimes these are copper on the bottom. Sometimes they're tin-plated copper. So take your angle grinder and just give it a quick check. If it's stainless, it's got to go separate. But if it's aluminum, that's a nice clean piece of aluminum. Put on there with your friends. And if it's copper, I've got those separate because grinding stainless steel you're going to go through so many blades. Oh my god. Hello, Happy Scrapper in England. Well, that's awesome. Awesome, Ronald. Do you follow either Scrapping Scotland, Scrapping Irish, or Patrick Williams? They're excellent. And they're in your time zone. I usually do a Sunday morning breakfast live scrap at around 8 o'clock Eastern before everybody goes to church. Well, before I go to church. I don't know about everybody else. But I'm not sure I'm going to get that done tomorrow. I'm on standby. I have some family members coming back from overseas, and I want to make sure that I'm on standby for them, that they're playing and stuff. So, we'll see. These should be Xeon chips. Somebody in our neighborhood is burning rubbish, which they're not supposed to be doing. Whew, man, bad enough with the spring allergies. Now I got to deal with burning rubbish. Yeah, these are Xeon. Now, these are non-pinned CPUs, so this category for this is unpinned CPU with metal back. That's what those sell as. This is copper. You can pop that off if you want to, and just, you know, and then sell them as 9-pin CPU, no metal. That's up to you guys. How many PCs have you done today? This is the first one today, Jason. I was out and about. I wanted to meet with this guy today. I did go buy 5 servers for him. For me, I have to have something for content, you know, to show you guys and to do my channels with. Otherwise, you know, you don't have a channel. So, you know, for $50, I picked up 5 servers. I met the guy, talked to him. He gave me a whole bunch of stuff for free. I'm going to more than make my money back. If you're buying e-scrap, guys, be careful. Use anybody's video on YouTube and find out what's going to be in there before you go buy it. Because I guarantee you're going to get burned and you're going to wind up losing money on it. I've been doing this a long time, and, you know, if I go and buy something, I know what I'm doing. As I said, really today it was just more to go and meet this potential new client. Hello, unknown. Follow all of them. Yeah, they're great guys. They really are very knowledgeable. There's some really good, knowledgeable people out here. Now, on these, you're going to have to unscrew these because the board is held to the frame by these screws here. And sometimes on servers, sometimes, not always, these also will hold the board in place. Cross that bridge when I get there. These risers, my needle nose pliers. They just unscrew. They look complicated, but they're not. Thank you. Thank you for your gifts. I think that is Marla Michaels, 303. So, they look like this. They're just steel, and they just unscrew, like so. So, you'll have a couple of those where your riser cards just were. You just gotta, you know, once you work them loose, you can just unscrew them by hand. It really doesn't take that long to scrap a server, but watching comments and chit-chatting and everything else, you know, it just takes longer because I'd rather talk to you guys. Oh, good. Well, good luck to you with that. Bradler, is it? Well, enjoy. I'll tell you, when I got into this some years ago, I did it as a means to keep my music school open when COVID hit. I went from having 300 students to having virtually none. And there was a need to work at home at that point. I was taking care of a family member who was not in good health. And e-scrapping just, I don't even know how I started it. It just kind of fell into my lap. And I like it. I enjoy doing it. I honestly, and this is again, totally unsolicited opinion, you can agree with me or not, I think that e-scrap, older e-scrap like this, I'm actually hanging on to as much as I have room for, because I think the price is going to go up. I've seen it go up. This is my opinion. The opinions expressed here are solely those of this channel. I think it's going to go up. I mean, how are they, this cast aluminum, by the way, how are they going to find the material to produce all these AI chips and everything else? There's just not that much of it. And I think it's going to be harder and harder. And I think they're going to more and more turn to recycled computer boards. That is my opinion. But I'll tell you, I saved a lot of stuff, and I did pretty well when I cashed it in. Better than that damn stock market. God. Well, that's awesome, Ronald. Have fun. think people who scrap like to scrap. You know, the problems, of course, is that always going to be the mess and stuff at the house, and you know, a lot of work for a little reward. But if you know what you're doing, and that's another reason I do this. I want to show you. I want to show you what's in there. That's a lot of the reason a lot of us post videos. I'll never get rich doing TikTok or YouTube. I don't intend to. You know, I do it because it's fun. And that's how I learned, because other people put up videos, and now it's my turn. Anyway. Alright. Oh, got one fiddly little riser over there I didn't see. You know what, I did a video a couple of weeks ago, Bradler. I took apart, actually it might have even been last weekend or the weekend before, I took apart 2 Xboxes. You know, if you can't sell them for parts, which I would always say, you know, first try to get $10 for parts, because you're certainly not gonna get $10 worth of scrap out of it. But if they absolutely don't work and you're just looking for something to learn on, you'll get a very nice heat sink out of them. Let's see if I still have it up here. I might have already put it in storage. Yeah, it's in my storage bin. It's got quite a bit of copper on it and a very good quality board. But I do have a video up on that. My nephew had an older Xbox. He got his games stuck in it. That's actually how I got onto TikTok. He decided he was going to make me go live scrapping this Xbox. I'm like, well, I have never scrapped an Xbox in my life. My house is a mess. He says, I don't care. Matt and I are coming over. Make us dinner, my 2 nephews. And I wound up taking them out to dinner. And she said, I'm going to have you go live. I'm going to show you how to do this. I was like, I don't want to go live. Who the heck's going to watch me? Well, here I am. And right now I have 3.4 people watching this video. Last Sunday I had 10 point something. You know, I'm just a little old hobby scrapper D. Alright, I've got all the risers off. I've already taken the power supplies out. I would have tried to resell them, but the gold cards on them are damaged. They can't be sold. Alright, well, I suppose they could be, but they would be sold for scrap. Hello from the Netherlands. Welcome, Jacqueline van de Kamp. Greetings from Connecticut, USA, East Coast. I have never been to the Netherlands. Well, actually, I take that back. Wait a minute. I think I did. I think we stopped very briefly. I was on a tour of Germany and Italy. And I believe we stopped briefly. I don't think it was the Netherlands, so I think it was Copenhagen. I think it was Denmark. That's about as close as I've gotten. It's on my bucket list, though. I think I do want to do a little bit of traveling. My next trip is going to be Iceland under a glass tent to see the Northern Lights. That's way up there. And I've never been to Hawaii. That's another place I really want to go. The trouble is, I know if I go, I won't come home. I'll just stay there. A lot of great places to see in this country. Grand Canyon was amazing. The Great Lakes were absolutely awe-inspiring with their size. They were just really something. The Grand Canyon was just so cool. Like, just an amazing place. All right. How much did you pay for these? $5 each. But the only reason I bought where in Connecticut? Stratford. It's in the center of the state, maybe an hour from New York. How much did you pay for that server? This one, $5. But again, this was an investment. I wanted to meet the guy. He was an IT guy, and you know, for me, that was an investment in time and trying to make another contact. By the way, Windows 10 is no longer going to be supported by Microsoft. That means a lot of people who have Windows 10 computers, there's no more upgrade, and they're going to no more upgrade, no more support. Thank you, Microsoft. My Microsoft stock loves it, but all my Microsoft computers do not. There's going to be a S-load of turnover, in my opinion, on Microsoft products. So, go to your local schools, go to your libraries. You got to get credibility, though. People don't want to just give computers to somebody they don't know. That's the hard part of this, guys. Facebook Marketplace is another really good place to score computers. You'd be surprised how many times people are doing an office cleanout. Offer to do office cleanout service. You'll get computers. Somebody said, can't you get them at the town dump? Well, my town, no. And I am breaking the battery off this because I already know this board has a burn spot on it on the back corner. Right over here, it burned. So the board is no good. So I already know that. The guy was an IT tech and he told me so. So a lot of times I will try to resell these parts. I should have seen the Sun Microsystem board I took apart a couple of weeks ago. Oh my God, I couldn't believe how much I got for that. And it was given to me for scrap. But it was a beautiful board. Nothing wrong with it. Okay. These are going to need a Torx screwdriver. The question always comes up, why don't you use power tools? I do, but I can't talk to you guys over the noise of the power tools. So, alright, so I'm going to have to get out 1, 2. I've already cut this, got to cut the wires too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6, 7, probably 8 screws. There's another one over here. Alright. Yes, I am going to break out the big guns for this. Excuse me for a minute while I drill. See if I got the right size. One of your most useful tools, guys, if you're getting into computer scrapping a bit, is a long-handled screwdriver like this one with interchangeable bits. This I probably reach for this almost as much as I reach for this, but in this case, I can't get the drill into the corner where this some of these screws are. So there's a riser I missed. Your riser cards were sitting on top of these. So these were sitting on top of these things here. Alright. Yeah, I can't get the drill down into this corner for some of these. What are you working on? Calvin, this is a Dell PowerEdge server. I think it's a 710 or 710 maybe. Yeah. It is a non-working unit. It's damaged. The board had a burn spot on it. So I'm going to scrap this one. Yes, I would have tried to resell it if it was working. Not as a whole unit, but I would have at least tried to resell the board. Forgive me, guys, if I miss any of your comments. It's got a lot going on. Wow, 6,000 people watching little old Scrappy D. Come on. It must be raining where you guys are, too. Wow. Very humbling, guys. I hope you're enjoying the video. Like I said, I just have to keep an eye on the time. What I'll probably do is I'll finish this one up. With TikTok, if you go more than an hour, you can't save your live replay. And what I do is I save the live replays so people who came in late or maybe or didn't see the live might want to use this video to help them learn how to do a scrap out. So yeah, I'm going to try to post that, but like I said, to do that I have to be under an hour. Alright, you got to get way down in here to get this guy. Okay, I'm going to give you some homework while I'm unscrewing these guys. If you were going to grade this board, and those of you who've been following me know I play Jeopardy. Do I scrap these for gold? I do. I have a refiner who actually buys these boards for me. I do nip gold pins where I can. I save aluminum, I save copper. You know, I have, I would say if you have the patience to dig the gold out, yeah, you should. It cracks me up. You go on any social media channel these days, YouTube, TikTok, any place. People are just going Godzilla crazy for boards, and it's getting harder and harder to find e-scrap, and they're just ripping through them for gold recovery. God bless them. I tend to be more of the I save. See, I've got to have 3,000 pounds for the refiner to even look at me. So, but now that he knows me, I can. That's still in the works, guys. I'll keep you posted on that. Ooh. Just get this last riser card out. We're almost ready to pull the board, guys. I hope this is helpful. Are you recycling this? Yes, I am. Absolutely. Not in the Netherlands. Not in the Netherlands. How come you got booted off? Hey, by the way, guys, is the feed okay? Because I've been having a tough time with my internet, and it was suggested that I try running this on data, so I need to know if it's coming through okay for you. Alright. I should be able to get this board out. Unless I missed a screw. Right. By the way, guys, you gotta make sure the screws come all the way out, huh? Alright, let's see. I always miss, see, there it is right there. I always miss one under the ram slots, like clockwork. This is a Home Depot DeWalt screwdriver, and it comes with like 10 of the most common bits. Really a invaluable tool. I have some electric screwdrivers on order. Hopefully they will be quiet enough that I can use them, and it's good. Thank you, appreciate that. That's good to hear. I was so upset. Two of my hi Snoop. Thank you, Marlon, Michelle, Michael, Stogie. Sometimes these go by really fast, guys. I can't see them, and I'm sorry. All right, now we gotta try to start getting the board loose. Should be able to pull this little tab up. I'm going to move the phone because this is my phone I'm watching all your comments on. What was your question, Bradley? I'd be glad to answer it again if I can. Okay. You don't want to come out. Okay, why don't you want to come out? Who did I forget? I don't know. Maybe it's these guys. Some of these servers, they use those to bolt them down. Let's see if that seems actually to be it. Feels like it could be stuck there. Yeah, you never know. Did I scrap these boards for the gold? I sell them through a refiner, and he scraps them for gold. Gold mining is very toxic, guys. A lot of very toxic chemicals. And, it's not something I do with the house. And I everybody's got to do their own thing. I mean, a lot of people do their own little gold refining, and some people are really into it. They know what they're doing. They do their own casting and everything else. I would just say, though, it's very toxic. A lot of really, I mean, using things like hydrochloric acid and nitric acid and boiling them and eating a fume hood and that's a little above this gal's pay grade. It's just, I do, however, collect gold and things where I can get them. These are tantalum capacitors. I have a lot of copper MOSFETs. I've got about 5 garbage cans full of them. Those are full of copper. And I'm trying to convince my refiner to buy them from me. We'll see. I'm still new with him, and we're just in the working stages. That's a bit of a work in progress, guys. I'll keep you posted. Promise. I never had any intention of doing this as a full-time gig. I do this in the morning to supplement my music school. We don't have any business in the morning, except for the rental service. I drive around and do my deliveries in the morning. I come home, I post a couple of videos, and then I go teach my lessons in the afternoon. So, it keeps me busy. Spent 40 years of my life in public education. I was a music teacher. I've tried to retire 3 times, and all 3 times I've gone back into some kind of work. I'm just not a retiree person, I guess. I don't know. Alright, let's see if I've had any better luck getting the board out than that. Look at that. So this was one of the ones where you have to get that bracket off. Oh! I gave myself a start. I just saw my head, and I thought it was a rat on the other phone. Good Lord. I don't have rats. I had ants in my studio this morning. That was not fun. Alright. So somewhere over here, something is holding up this board. I can see there's like an L-shaped hook, and you'll never see it on camera. It's back here, and there's a slot, and there's space, which shows this board has to go this way to be freed. Be free, be free. Sometimes you have to unscrew the hex screws that are on the back. I don't think that's so on this board, though. I really don't. Come on, darling. Must have a Godzilla screwdriver. There we go. Push it away. You have to force it. You've missed a screw, you've missed a nut or bolt or some silly thing. Also, these have to be pushed away from where the power supply was. This should come right out now. Look at that. Only took me an hour. Okay, now, so this has to come off of the metal board. There's just a couple of screws there, and that'll take that off of the metal board. Now, those of you who've been watching me for a while, here comes your Jeopardy question. What kind of board is this? And those of you who are new, that's okay. You don't have to answer yet. I'm looking for my glasses. So, you know it came out of a server, right? So let's go with what you know. You can see it's green. It's a green motherboard. Came out of a server. How do I know where to grade this for sale? Well, it has 1, 2 sockets, and they had a metal bracket. So these are small socket metal bracket servers. You can't fit a quarter in here, so this is called a small socket. A large socket, you can fit a quarter. An American quarter. So this is a multi-socket, is what they'll call this. Multi-socket server motherboard. Just like that. And I'll get that metal panel off after. Alright, now what I'm going to need to do, I'm going to sign off from this video, again, because if I go over an hour, I lose the entire video, and I want to make sure that I have it for instructional purposes. I'll get cleaned up a bit here, and I'll be back to, just after 5 o'clock my time, which is 15 minutes. So if you want to go grab a beer, grab a bathroom break, and rejoin, I will go back live at 5 o'clock. I just want to get cleaned up a bit. What would you guys like to see? I have, yes, thank you, Patrick. I got stuck. I knew what it was, but I get a little nervous. So sometimes Patrick William, by the way, guys, has a great channel on YouTube. And hey, Patrick, that was cheating. You already knew the answer. So yeah, sometimes you'll see four. You'll see 4 sockets. Sometimes you'll see plastic. So large socket, small socket, metal bracket, plastic bracket, server board. And they all grade. Server boards have their own categories, and they all grade that way. Alright, I'm going to just run off now. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to get a glass of water. And do you guys want to see laptops? Or, I don't have any Cisco's today. But boy, and I think I can't see the first name. It's Marquise for the last name. Yeah, those Cisco servers are unbelievable. You know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'll see if I can if I have any more Cisco boards down the basement. I think I'll probably do a video all about like different boards, just straight up boards, like straight up server boards and things like that. Do you guys want to see laptops, or do you guys want to see another server breakdown? I have a server here that I've never tried to take apart before. I don't know if I want to embarrass myself on national TV here, though. Alright, I will see you guys back here at 5 o'clock. Just let me know, servers or... laptop. Or this beast. Oh. This beast is a Dell PowerEdge T330. It is decommissioned. It is not working. It had a short in it, and it does not work. It's not worth reselling. So I can try to take this guy apart. I've never taken one of these apart yet, or I can take apart some laptops. Let me know. I'll be back a little bit after 5 with part 2. See you then. Love you guys. Bye.